All right, girls, that is enough. That's enough. Wow, okay. What just happened there? Was that a scruff? Today's video, we are going to talk about scruffing a dog, when it's appropriate, what it actually is, what your dog will think of you if you do it wrong, how to do it right, and why you might want to do this. And of course, we're going to explore all of this in a balanced way. Okay? Let's get into that. Welcome to my humble abode. I am Jesse, the Peaceful Alpha. I'll give you a shot of what I've got going on. My space is very efficient. And today I have a very interesting topic for you. It's all about dog scruffing. Dog scruffing is such a controversial idea, and what I want to do is explore it because I have a lot of experience with it, and when it works, when it doesn't work, and what you want to think about when you're doing it. So in the intro, what I actually did, see how her bum's curled under? Her body's actually quite relaxed. 80% of the pressure is in this palm, and she's wearing a harness, okay? Thank you. What I can tell you is, if you do that right, it's like swaddling a baby. There's a relaxation response. So that's a 6-month-old Buer Terrier. I'm boarding and training 2 of them. And instinctually, I grabbed her like that when I caught her peeing. It totally caught her by surprise. I carried her to the pee spot. We've had no trouble since. But if you're afraid to scare your dog, don't do it. And if you can't see how you can be compassionate and teach it and hold boundaries for yourself and do that in a way where, do that whole process in a way where you feel good about yourself doing it, don't do it. But don't yell at me in the comments. Okay, so what I'm going to give you today is my feeling on scruffing a dog. I actually think it's okay for a puppy to do that. I showed you how to distribute the weight. If you can get the puppy into that response, then anytime you pick the puppy up, that moment is a teaching moment. You're teaching the puppy something about what's going on in that moment, okay? If it's an older dog, they're gonna turn their head, snap around, and try and bite you. And if you do it forcefully, your puppy's gonna do the same thing too. And if that's happening, it's a red flag. You're doing it wrong, not an alpha move. A peaceful alpha move comes from love, comes from wisdom, comes from just like a situational awareness about the moment and a skill to just get stuff done. I think Bubba's being bad. Okay, back to the video. All right, so let's say he was right into that. I could have walked right up to him and just put my hand on his neck here. Okay, Bubba, stop. I would just stop him there. I could have just done a soft little grab there. That's a scruff. That's what a scruff looks like on an older dog. Okay, pause. So the scruff of the neck is really this whole region here, and touching this region very softly on an older dog is going to have a response where they turn around and go away. So if you do this, you're doing this with some idea of what could happen next. Sometimes to get a dog to come this way on a grooming table, if they're fighting to get off, you'll see a grooming attendant hold them like this. That's a scruff. If you're breaking up behavior at a dog park, sometimes you would grab it by the scruff, pull it back, pull them apart. These are appropriate times. These are sort of alpha moments. All of these are alpha moments. When you're restraining a dog during a medical situation, you'll see vet techs, you'll see professional handlers do that because the collar isn't as effective at accomplishing keeping a dog grounded when it just wants to run for its life or attack because it's frightened. So these are situational things, and these are not things that you want to do as an everyday person for your own dog. You're going to have a bad relationship with your dog if you're having to do this often, all the time. This is I'm doing it one time to set the rule, then the next time it's just going to be strong eye contact. because what follows up the eye contact is, hey, I'm going to come in. Okay, so this is the strategy. This is how you make this part of your repertoire so that when you just slightly touch your dog here, they know to just stop, stand still, maybe sit down, ground the energy down. So that's how I use it. And in my book, this is the German translated version, but there's all kinds of ways that dogs address one another around this region, so it's part of their everyday life. I refer to a kind of way that I touch dogs as the Kung Fu finger, and it's just like, think of it as just like this whole part is energetically, it's like it's stiff but soft, and you can put like a 3% pressure just to say, hey, I'm here. And if they try to come in, it's like, oh, I should stop. Okay? It's a way to ground them and give them some kind of authority, a rule, a boundary around a situation that's happening right now. Almost all the time it's just stop and ground the energy. That's what it's all about. So yeah, scruffing. This video is about scruffing, and is it appropriate? No. It's really like, we didn't cover like the aggressive kind where you just come in and go bam and boom and the dog squeals. That is what I think most people consider scruffing. That's what they think of in their mind. So because this topic is Googled quite a bit, I wanted to dive in there and show people how I use it and how it can be used and when it is used. And if you found this interesting as a topic, give the video a like and subscribe.